Have you ever been really, really cold? Teeth chattering and shivering from head to toe? How about when it's so hot outside you can't move a muscle without breaking a heavy sweat? Well, plants and animals adapted to estuary life tolerate their own extremes of salinity or saltiness in the water surrounding them. These extremes range from the fresh water entering the estuary from rivers and streams to the salt water that flows in from the sea. To understand when salinity for a crab becomes too much of a good thing, we've got to take a deeper dive into the ocean. Ever wonder how much salt is in the sea? A kilogram of seawater is 96% water and 3.5% salt, which is about 35 grams. Scientists describe that as 35 parts per thousand, or PPT for short. Putting it another way, 1 gallon of seawater has about 7.5 tablespoons of salt. That may not sound like much, but picture this. If you could magically remove the water from all of the Earth's oceans, leaving the salt behind, you'd have enough salt to cover the entire planet in a layer 147 feet thick. That's a lot of salt. Blue crabs can tolerate a broad range of salinity for short periods of time, but they also need particular salinity levels for different parts of their life cycles. In the spring, adult females about to release eggs prefer water close to inlets to the Gulf of Mexico. Young larvae swimming in the open bay soon settle into seagrass beds, where salinities are somewhat lower. Juveniles and adults can tolerate water with salinity between 5 and 20 parts per thousand because of the protection they get from their hard shells and specially adapted gills. They can venture into fresher water to find food and protection along oyster reefs and coastal marshes higher in the estuary. When an estuary's age-old seasonal salinity patterns are significantly changed, particularly when salinity is very high for long periods, blue crabs don't do so well. The habitat they depend on for food and protection may be damaged. High salinities may disrupt their ability to mate and release eggs. It can make them more susceptible to disease and parasites, and it may kill young larvae.